This video will guide property owners through the informal review process. Property owners will receive the new full value assessments via mail, typically in the form of an assessment disclosure notice, which is mandated by New York State. In most communities, the mailing of this notice occurs on or about March 1st. Property owners should always check with their local municipalities as to the exact date of the notice mailing. In the town of Lancaster, new assessments will be mailed on March 1st, 2026. Property owners need to focus on the new preliminary full value assessment or market value. Note that taxes are levied regardless of the assessment. The tax illustration is only a hypothetical estimate based on last year's tax levies. New levies are not known at this time. School budgets are typically passed in May each year, town and county in the fall of each year. Cities may have different timeframes. The assessment disclosure notice will show the current property assessment and the new preliminary full value assessment. This notice indicates a hypothetical tax illustration. The premise is if the new full value assessment was in place last year, using last year's budgets and levies, what would the property owner have paid? If there is an exemption on the property at the time the notices are printed, the exemptions will be reflected. For the new preliminary assessment at 100%, the exemption amounts will be at the maximum allowed or 100% value. Included in the new notice will be the instructions on the informal review process and where property owners can go to get more information. This process focuses on the reasonableness of the new full market value. If you believe the new assessment is not reasonable or you are not sure, check the municipality's PROS website and research the sales that have occurred within your community over the past 12 to 24 months. If you have interior conditions or other factors that you believe may affect the new full value assessment, file an informal review. How to file an informal review.
The informal review process is completed using GAR's Power Appeal portal, allowing property owners to research and submit an informal review at their convenience and attach any supporting documentation.
Step 1. Property owners need to ask themselves the question, could I sell my property for the new full value assessment? The first step is to review the sales that have occurred in the municipality. Information on all the sales utilized in the process will be available on the PROS municipal website. To submit an informal review, follow the instructions on the Power Appeal portal. There is a tutorial on the PROS website to assist property owners with submitting an informal review of their new value in the Power Appeal portal. They also can call 1-866-910-1776 for more information. Step 2. If you believe the assessment is not reasonable and you can find comparable properties that have sold for less than your new assessment, you will need to include them in your informal review submission. Don't just look for the lowest sales. That won't work. The sales must be comparable to your property in the following categories: square footage, style, location or neighborhood, age, the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, does it have a garage, and what, if any, are there any additional amenities? If there are any interior conditions in your house that you believe would affect the new value, follow the instructions on the Power Appeal portal for submitting supporting documentation such as photographs, contractors' estimates for repairs or improvements, recent real estate appraisals, or any other information explaining the condition of the property. You can submit only one application per parcel. Once your informal review submission is received by GAR, valuation specialists will review your information and you will receive a notice no later than 10 days prior to formal grievance day per New York State law. Whether a change was granted or not, a notice will be sent for each informal review submission received by GAR. If you are satisfied with the decision from the informal review, no further action is necessary. If you are not satisfied with the decision, you may file a formal grievance with the Board of Assessment Review. Information on this process will be included with your decision notice. Please do not call for your results. All results are mailed at the same time. Here are some important dates to remember.